If you watch the last two videos, you already know this. Discipline doesn't fail because you're lazy. It fails because self-trust breaks. And for a lot of people, it breaks quietly while they're still busy, still trying, still telling themselves they'll fix it tomorrow. But here's the one habit that destroys discipline faster than anything else. And most people don't even realize that they're doing it. It's not procrastination, it's negotiation. Every time you say, I'll do it later, I'll start tomorrow, I'll make up for it, you're negotiating with yourself. And negotiation, it feels mature, it feels flexible, it feels like self compassion. But to your brain, negotiation sends one clear message: the promise is optional. And once promises become optional, discipline collapses. Here's the part that most people miss. Your brain does not understand intentions. It understands patterns. So every time you negotiate your way out of your action, your nervous system learns something. When things get uncomfortable, we exit. That pattern doesn't stay in one area of life. It spreads. You start negotiating the workouts, then work, then hard conversations, then personal standards. Not because you want to quit, but because your brain has learned that quitting is allowed. That's why discipline doesn't feel hard at first. It feels flexible until one day you realize you don't trust your own word anymore. And when self trust is gone, motivation has nothing to stand on. This is why people say things like, I know what to do, I just don't do it. That's not a knowledge problem, that's an identity problem. Because disciplined people don't rely on motivation, they rely on rules. Rules remove negotiation. When something is non negotiable, there's no debate, no emotional check in, no decision fatigue. You just execute. That's the difference. Undisciplined people ask, do I feel like it? Disciplined people ask, what's the rule? And here's the key shift most people need to hear. Discipline isn't about being harsh with yourself. It's about being clear. Clarity builds safety. Safety builds consistency. Consistency rebuilds trust. That's why vague goals destroy discipline. I'll try. I'll do my best. I'll get to it. Those aren't commitments. They're escape hatches. Real discipline starts when the promise is small and so clear that there's nowhere to hide. One action, one time that you do it, one standard, no negotiation. That's how self-trust comes back online. This is also why people fail when they try to be disciplined all at once. They create too many rules. And when everything is a rule, nothing is. The goal isn't to control your entire life. The goal is to eliminate negotiation in one area and let that identity spread. One kept promise changes how you see yourself. Two creates momentum. Three rewires expectation. That's how discipline becomes automatic instead of forced. And this is exactly how the discipline reset is designed. Not around motivation, not around massive routines, but around removing negotiation and rebuilding trust through clear, repeatable rules. Especially on days when you don't feel like showing up. Because discipline doesn't show up when life is easy. It shows up when excuses sound convincing. If you've been stuck in the cycle of knowing what to do, but negotiating your way out of doing it. There's nothing wrong with you. You just train flexibility where you need structure, and structure can be built. If you want a simple, grounded way to stop negotiating with yourself and start rebuilding self trust, the discipline reset, it's linked down below. One rule, one promise, no negotiation. That's how discipline comes back.